Oh no. There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another free preview of California Psychics. We are conducting a free live reading with Psychic Rika. Excuse me.
Rita
How are
is my
you doing
mom's
today,
name.
Rika?
I shouldn't tell you that, but Rita is my mom's name, Carson.
Really?
Yeah, this hair. Okay, keep going. Okay, we're gonna not try to fix that.
I was just going to say, right before we get started with today's live reading experience, I want to lift off a few bits of information for our audience. First of all, today's promo code for today's live is the code LIVE5. If you are a new customer with us at California Psychics, if you use the code LIVE5 with your first purchase with us, you will receive a $5 extra code to redeem for a one-on-one reading through our website, californiapsychics.com, or our California Psychics app. Now, this code can be applied and used for any psychic on our website, but if you are wanting a one-on-one reading with Psychic Rika after seeing a free preview of her abilities today, make sure to stick around because we will be shouting out her exact schedule later in the stream. Now, lastly, before we get started, I do want to list off some ground rules for questions today. We unfortunately will not be able to answer any legal or medical questions here at California Psychics. For medical, this can include treatments, medications, pregnancies, and fertility questions. And for legal, this can include court cases, custody battles, and just general court decisions. If you do ask about another person, please make sure you include at least their first name as well. This will allow Psychic Rika to connect faster and more accurately answer your question during the live stream today. But without any further ado, if you are ready, Rika, we can go ahead and begin.
I am so ready, guys. I'm so happy to see you all. Let's do it.
All right. I have one here from T, who is asking, "Hi, Rika. When do you see Dave contacting me? We've currently been in no contact since February. He is a Cancer, by the way, if this helps."
What's interesting, T, is that when we first came on here, I really was so strong about a D, and I said, I wonder if it'll be the first question, and it is the one that Carson's picked. You are going to be contacted by Dave. There's no doubt about it. They make me think that honestly, like it's probably closer to June 1st. The most immediate energy would be like May 18th, okay, which is still halfway over the month. So I really think it's closer to June 1st. They make me think that like he's struggling with some sort of, again, I'm not trying to be a doctor or anything like that, but because I'm some sort of mental unrest or unwell. I do think there's some obstacles that came up. I think these obstacles have been something that's followed him for a while. Like think about where he was 1 year ago and what obstacles you know about him or what you knew about him, maybe even a year before you met him. These obstacles to me remind me of family obstacles he's going through and just some troubles. And I don't know if something happened with his work. Like I feel like I could go on and on and on. So I feel like what happens is that your guy Dave is a person who gets really affected by his environment. And, I think a seat of personal power in our lives is when we no longer, our moods and our behaviors don't change just because, okay. I love it. I love it when people are able to verify, not just for me in the moment or for them, but for the whole room, because these readings really affect everyone in a group, no matter who gets read. That's what's going on. So this would be my suggestion, since you jumped right in there and gave me a verification of that. This is to me how I would approach it spiritually or prayerfully, prayer wise, which to me is affirmations. And I just really would pray deeply that the mental struggles with his dad never affect your communication again. And in fact, that he understands that you're someone that he can struggle mentally with his dad, but still be good in this relationship. So I think what happens for him is that mental struggle. I think he throws away himself, and that's a shame, right? And so I think in order to be with him permanently anyway, this is something that would have to become true. So I think when we look and we know what's wrong with someone, we can set parameters for ourselves about what we know needs to be true if that person's going to be able to, we're going to be able to be in our lives. And what needs to be true is that he can function with you, even if he has dysfunction with his dad. And that's what you want to pray, that you're able to draw that wisdom out of him because it exists within him already. So when you want to call, don't just draw the call or be like, hey, Dave, WTF, what's going on? What's happening? Da, 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 da. Say, you know what? I know what's going on. He's struggling in his life. So since I know, I'm going to really take responsibility and really pray that those struggles don't affect our communication. And when I hear that in your body and your soul, that's when you guys get contacted, reunite, and actually have longevity.
All right.
Thank you, T.
Thank you, T, for your question. And we hope this does resonate with you. We have a great start here.
It will. She's awesome. I think she's a mom. Are you a mom, T, or do you want to be? But anyway, I just feel like she's got such a great energy of compassion.
A big thank you from T. So thank you, T, for your question today. All right. Our next question will be coming from Janice. She has interviewed she is interviewing for a job on Friday. Do you see in her career path her being offered this job?
Okay, my sense of the job first, and I can answer yes or no, is that it would give you some sort of autonomy or independence. It could be like not necessarily a contract. It could be that you're getting hired by a company, but you might do like some sort of sales or marketing, something that would give you some sort of independence, or you're building something else. The other energy I got was medical. Okay, so it could be even within a medical company, right? Even if that makes you a nurse or a doctor, but there's still some sort of autonomy for you, which would put you at a higher level, I guess. The answer is yes. Yes, 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 yes. So you're interviewing this Friday, which is May 3rd. Okay, they said that we can show her a handshake offer, whatever they offer, before the end of May. I am debating if it's May 23rd or May 31st, but it looks like it's in this month of May. Congratulations. They also say that something connected to your father is very important here. Whether your dad be living or passed, the energy of your dad can help you get this job no matter what you think about him. I would say for the sake of my dad, I'm able to get the job I want. And it doesn't matter what you think about your dad. It's just a statement that puts you in some sort of rhythm. But you're going to get that, honey. Also, D names are really strong around you as well, Janice. Strong D names. And those are just things you could use to verify. But congratulations. Yes, you'll get that job. You'll get that job. Also, you worked really hard over the past 2 years. They said the last 2 to 3 years, she's completely tried to change herself. And she's really brought a whole new Janice. And this is a benefit from that.
Awesome. Well, we are rooting for you, Janice. And let us know if things go your way this Friday. Our next question will be a mediumship question, Rika.
Susan!
Yes, I was going to say you may recognize Susan. I'm just kind of inferring from the messaging. Lewis, or is there possibly any messages from Lewis?
Okay, so first, everyone, you need to understand, Susan, I met on this Facebook Live, and she became my client, with California Psychics. She gets on every Facebook Live, and she's always like, okay. So this morning, I said to myself, like, the best way, for Susan to get through, because I don't want to like jinx it or do anything or lead Carson or do any kind of leading here, right? I have to be fair to everyone. So the best way for Susan to get through is you need to light them up. If you want someone through this reading, I was going to give this lecture anyway, so I'm going to use it. If you want to get through these readings on Facebook, it's not about trying to meditate with me and Carson. It's not about like fixing our mind and getting our willpower and all that. It's about you getting to light me up enough that I'm visible, right? Because you're going to get a light and Carson's going to just pick you. But Susan getting through would classify for all of us today as a miracle. Okay? Okay. The message of love, something about May. I know that's your last name, sweetie. That's because it says it right there, but I actually want to go the month of May. So I feel like he's saying May 18th or May 8th or any significant date in May. I know you're watching, Susan, so chime in and answer if you can understand what the significant date of May is, because he's bringing that forth. He also talks about like summers by the water or a lake. So I don't remember what we've said before, but like, where's the water element connected to you guys? What does that mean? What about, your pool in the back, maybe the pool, maybe the water. His birthday, May 18th. Is that actually the right day? I wonder if it's the right day or if what day in May. Now I want to know. Okay. So the first love message is he wants to talk about going out. Right? Obviously, it's his birthday, which you're going to celebrate, but the love is he wants to take you on a date. His message is, can we go on a date? So maybe this May, whatever that date ends up being, is it May 9th? Did I change my mind? Is it 1.8? 1 plus 8? But anyway, whatever day in May that is. Oh, 24th. Okay, so we had to go a little bit. So, and what's the day you started dating? Same day. On the 24th of May, he would like for you guys to go on a date. If there's a place you can drive by the rocks, he says, and then the water. So is there a rocky shore near you? Does that make sense? Even if it's not ocean, okay? Just rocky shore. He wonders if you guys if you could write letter. Wow. Lewis would like you to write a letter. He wants to talk about that letter. Yeah. Okay, so he's bringing up a letter with you today, Susan, and he is sorry that he did not give you. Lewis died. Lewis died from his own hands, and I guess I'm allowed to say it. He did kill himself, and it was a suicide. And he's very sorry. He would like to write a new letter to you. So if you would, on his birthday or the days you're going out, sit with your pen and paper and just say, okay, I'm listening. I'm transcribing, Lewis. Let me hear. He will fill it with sweet nothings, and he'll tell you what he wanted to tell you. He is very sorry he left you. You know that, honey. He loves you very much. Okay, now he's switching tenses and he's putting something over your neck. That makes me think either you have a necklace left of his or a shirt or an item, something that we can put over our neck. Could be a scarf. This could be a memory of when he kissed you. Maybe he put something over your head, whatever that is. But he wants to talk about that. He also says that we need to clean out stuff. This is a real-time message, right? He wants you to know he's right with you right now. I think we're standing in your driveway, and I think we're at the garage or something. Are we moving things out? Are we cleaning the home out finally? I know you're not moving, but are you releasing a lot of items, honey? Do you have his letter jacket? What am I saying? So this is what the love message. He wants to go on a date. He wants you to remember the most significant time of your life with him. This is her love forever, her forever love. And we love her very much. And Lewis just wants a new letter. He wants to write you a letter.
All right. Well, Susan, we hope you enjoyed this insight from Rika. We are rooting for you, and we hope this message does resonate for you. Rika does have something else.
One last thing. He's showing me something engraved or monogrammed. Do you have something of his engraved? Are you thinking of it? Do you have a frame that you got engraved or gold? What would be engraved that you would have of his, or that you know what he's talking about? That would be something that you'll have to let us know. But it's engraved. I don't think it's just him on your heart. I feel like there's an item I could look at.
I did remember Susan mentioning a class ring that may resonate as well.
Oh, okay. That was one of her statements?
Yes, earlier.
Okay, which I can't see I'm not on the app. I'm not on Facebook, actually.
And there is a little bit of a delay. But
okay, so there was so great. So guess what? She mentions a class ring, and then I mentioned it without knowing that Carson had seen that. So that's the thing he wanted to say. Oh, he did for me a heart. A heart. You have an engraved heart. Is that what she said?
I think he died.
We know he died.
Yes.
He's committed suicide, unfortunately.
Or yes, I think that's what the statement said. He died for Susan.
No. He didn't die for her. Okay.
I just want to, or yes, we can go on to our next.
We can move on now. She got it, and I love it. Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you, Susan.
Our next question will be for Octavia. Octavia is asking, I am talking to somebody new. His name is Ed. He is a water sign, and so is Octavia. What do you see in store for us in terms of a relationship?
Octavia, your name seems so familiar to me. Have we talked? Well, if you want the truth, the first thing that came up was not just you guys having the same water sign, but they actually said you guys are very similar people, almost like twins. They even, oddly enough, almost put you guys at the same height. Now, I'm sure he's taller than you, but not necessarily, I guess. But it's they said that you guys are going to be shoulder to shoulder. So if that's either talking about height or metaphor, but it made me feel that if you're ready for the domestic situation, you guys are both ready. You guys are both ready at the same time. Both of you want the same things. The hardest part about dating someone new is not bringing your past into it and not projecting the past and keeping your same old story. So that's why I probably phrase it. If you're ready for that domestic thing, it's possible, but it has to be a change of your story. It cannot be the same, right? She's ready for a change of story. She did some sort of intention, manifestation. I want to go back in February. She did something. This girl did something recently, which has manifested this. I hope you don't live too far apart. is it less than 30 miles? I hope. For some reason, distance is coming up. So some sort of distance is coming. So I don't know what that means for you, but you can let us know. So what I think is going to happen is that you guys are going to be two peas in a pod. I think you're going to get along really well. I think both of you are mature enough not to bring your old stuff in. And I think you're going to report to us or the Facebook Live crowd in September that you've been happily dating. And now you're going to see, like, are we going to get married? You guys are going to move fast. This is a fast relationship to what you want.
All right. Yeah. Keep us updated, Octavia. And thank
Do
you
you have
for
a truck? I see a truck around him. Okay. Anyway, just verification questions. No big deal.
All right. And now that we are about 20-ish minutes in, I want to remind everybody the best ways to reach Psychic Rika, especially if you've been enjoying this free preview of California Psychics in our service. Now, if you want to get a reading experience with Rika or any of our other psychics in a one-on-one format and private, away from the live, and you can also converse back and forth with Rika, just like we did with Susan, but a little bit more real time as well. There's no delay. You can go to californiapsychics.com or our California Psychics app, and you can reach out to all of our psychics that we have on our website. But if you've been enjoying this free preview of Psychic Rika and her abilities today, we're about to shout out her exact schedule and the best ways to reach her. We still have time for more questions today as well, so don't miss out on your opportunity for the next 40 minutes. But Rika, when is the very next time you're going to be online for that one-on-one reading experience and your regular schedule throughout the week?
Well, the very next time I'll be online as soon as this Facebook Live is over, and I'll stay online for 3 more hours, which is 7 o'clock Pacific and 10 o'clock Eastern. I work Monday through Thursday, most typically from 12 until 6, 1 extra hour on Monday. I often toy about changing my schedule, but then I don't. So it'll probably stay that way for a while, but there's always a way to find my schedule because it's always posted on my internet page, on the Facebook, on the California Psychics webpage. I am someone that will always keep a schedule for at least 25 hours a week. So I will always be scheduled. You can make appointments, whatever. Also, I'm available for online messages. Offline messages are called OMs, which is like a DM. You can reach me with that. And so here I am. Yes, I'll be there right away.
I was going to say, yes, you can reach Rika or any of our other psychics through phone chat, or also just like Rika mentioned, the offline messages, which is a text-based question answer, if you prefer that kind of way to ask your questions.
And if I'm not online, you can, send a note. If I will be asked, I might just get on for chat for you. If I'm able to actually get online, I will.
Yeah, you can reach Rika just for those quick questions like that, and she may hop online just to answer your burning questions as well. And if you're having any trouble reaching Psychic Rika or any of our other psychics you want to get a reading with, call our customer care line and ask for the psychic you are wanting to read with, so Psychic Rika, and they can book you at an appointment at a time that works for both you and Rika as well.
And I do try to empty my queue. Like, I try not to leave anyone in the queue when I'm done. Sometimes it does happen because it's just gotten too late. But yeah.
All right. And right before our next question with Shanae, I want to mention, if you are a new customer with us at California Psychics, if you use the code LIVE5 as scrolling at the bottom of your screen, you will receive $5 extra added to your first customer purchase with us at California Psychics. So go ahead and use that code LIVE5. Shanae is asking, will Gregory reach out soon? There has been no contact between the two of them since March 30th. So any insight is appreciated, Rika.
Hi, Shay. Thank you. So it's been about a month. There's a debate in my mind. The first date that came up was June 23rd. The next date that came up was maybe 3 weeks from now. So it's probably not definitive. Let me see why it's not definitive for him. I feel like for this guy, because it's already taken this long, he starts to get self-conscious about it. So like the longer it goes, the harder it is for him, not because he isn't thinking to call you, but more like it becomes nervous and self-conscious. Do you know what I mean? Like, you haven't called someone, you're kind of afraid, like, what do I do? I also wonder if there wasn't a mistake of his before this no contact. The reason is, and the reason why I said what I just said, was that he made me think like he does need to reach out, but he made a mistake. So I want to know what happened maybe 6 weeks before that or 5 weeks before that. And if that was not part of you, then that means something from before you is keeping him from calling. I do think he'll call again. I think you need to separate your empathy from him. I feel like you need to separate your empathy. And so I think you should say, what's not for Gregory is not for Gregory, but it's not for me. Give it to Mother Earth. She can recycle it, heal it over and over until you clear out. And that may speed up the time. Yeah, that's how he is, right? Okay. So I think because you're up against a personality trait with the communication, well, obviously he said he was going to apologize. Also, Shay, you might want to hear that apology or be willing to accept it because you might be angry at him and he may be knowing that when he calls. And so yeah, okay, she just heard me. Ooh, I could feel her here. She's like, okay. She backed off with it. Yeah, if you want this guy to reach out, are you sure about it? Can you accept the apology? Can you hear it? So you need to get in a clear enough space, and that's why I want you to break empathy with him. You got to get in a clear enough space that says, you know what, I want him to call. I know he's in the wrong. He obviously knows that if an apology is coming, please open my wisdom to be willing to receive that apology, and then you can go from there. Okay, I do think you can fix that. Also, another S name is coming up, Shay, other than your own, like S like Stephen or Sarah or one I don't know, but it does start with the letter S. Another S name connected to you or to this guy, first, middle, or last name, whether they be living people or past. This is just a verification. She heard me though. Yeah. So anywhere from May 18th through June 23rd, which is a big time span, but you know why? So again, you want to get beyond that tendency. You don't want to hold him in the same limited space he's always been, unlimited. No tendencies can change. His daughter, is it Sarah? Is it Simone? Now I want to know, honey, so much, huh? Stephanie? Okay, great. But we know that his daughter has an S. We know that he is wrong. He owes her an apology, and he's worried about calling because he's in the doghouse. And your daughter too. Look at that. Double whammy. Anyway, you get peace of mind for yourself, Shay. And exactly. She heard me. She backed off. She's like, okay, I'll make myself available. I'll allow that guy. I'll dissipate my anger enough for him to get through. Okay, good job.
And yes, you can obviously share more, Shanae, whenever you are doing a one-on-one reading experience with us at California Psychics.
That was great feedback. So thank you very much for that verification.
Yes, that was amazing feedback. And that was a great kind of experience of what it is like whenever you can go back and forth with your psychic during your one-on-one reading experiences on our website or app. So Shanae, you may feel inclined to share those names. Yes, to share that, yes, in a one-on-one circumstance. But I don't blame you in a live reading circumstance. But next question is...
Oh, yeah, the name, right? You don't have to say the whole name. I get you. I see what you're saying, Carson. That's right. You don't have to tell us that. Please protect the children.
Daniela is asking, does Daniela have a romantic future with James?
No. Okay. I don't think so. What I really want to say is, I don't want you to. It's a hard thing to say, right? They go back to just, and I could be picking up on a past relationship, right? But they take me back to November, December with you. And I just wonder, like, is this guy at times chaotic? A mixed message? Is it like Jekyll and Hyde? Is it like one thing, but then, but does another? I feel like you need to get to the next person. I feel like this is not the answer to your prayers. And if it is opposite of what your fantasy about it or your feeling about it is, I still want you to pray for whatever you want with James and know that when you really pray for what you want, no matter what someone says, only two things are going to happen. You're going to get what you want, or you'll find your prayer was limited and you'll move on without suffering in the greater prayer. But there's a bigger energy around you for love, honey. They are showing your future with love, like a marriage, etc. It's not this guy. So unfortunately, but maybe you just needed to know. I say no. And when he comes, no, please no. I say no. An E name on the other side. I feel like a grandmother or a person on the other side with an E or an L sounding name, like Elizabeth or Louise or Eleanor or even A. They kind of sound similar. First, middle, last name. Yeah, no.
All right. Great insight, Rika. Our next one is for Randy. She is asking, can you see a relationship leads to marriage by her birthday in August? So a long-term relationship, will she be in that by her
You know,
birthday?
I was about to ask you if you had a guy that had a D name, but that's also your last name. Let's see what they're saying. Honey, has your father passed away or the dad of your father? A strong male energy is connected to you, Miss Donahue. Let's see here. They say it'll happen yes. Even if it's the day before your birthday, even if it's 2 minutes before your birth time. So when you ask a question like that by your birthday, a month before your birthday is not your birthday. 10 days before your birthday is, yes, exactly. You have to allow it to the very last second. What's interesting to me is I don't know if you've already making a plan. Like it could end up happening on your birthday. Like they made me think of you at somewhere out and there was like a birthday celebration going on. And like I saw like this birthday like firecracker candle trizzle and like some guy was yes. And actually though, even if you recognize him, they say you're going to recognize him. That's crazy. This could have been someone that was in your aura like a year ago, even if you didn't know it. I feel like you're going to recognize him. So either it's going to recognize you like a deja vu, or you'll be like, what? You like me? What? Yes, honey, yes. Also, they want to verify it a kitty cat or a dog. So either you've got one right there with you. I went to cat first, but obviously the animals sometimes can look similar. We can also say dog, or you have one in spirit that's helping you. Also, T letters are connected to you to verify what I'm saying. Whatever you can do to let us know.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Our next question is going to be from Marcelo. Hi, Rika. I found out that my ex Olivia was talking to somebody from her childhood. Will this connection last between them, and will she come back to Marcelo and apologize and try to work on their family? Or will she try to reconnect after saying she doesn't want to talk to me anymore? So
All right,
will they reconnect, and will that kind of relationship between that third party fizzle out?
Okay. Yeah. Well, you guys have some sort of connection. You must have wanted to, before this happened, marry her, or you must have visualized that, or you guys must have spoken about that potential in some way. They're jumping to November and they show marriage energy is back around you. This past relationship to me is a benefit or a blessing in disguise, no matter how painful it might be from what she said, because I think she's overcoming some sort of situation, a trauma from her past. Believe it or not, they say that 5 years ago is what's marking her, even though this is a childhood. So it's much longer. I think there was some sort of trauma with her or fallout in her life 5 years ago. And I feel like that this situation is going to help her heal the chip that was keeping her from moving forward. If you find yourself forgiving her, I do think you can trust it. I don't think this would happen again. I think that you'd be clear for the next 25, et cetera, years. You might move on though, because they are going to November. So it could take all the way till the end of the year for this to happen. You might move on. They're putting someone near you, even if you don't think you will now. They're saying you're going to have another opportunity. Maybe you already met someone, but that you have another opportunity for love, like end of July. So maybe someone's already in your life, maybe you're already trying, but they say another person's coming for you. So she may lose out. But for the question that you've asked, yes, she will. Oh, you have a family, you have kids with her already. I just read that closer. Oh, you already married her? Okay, I read that closer. And try to work on us and our family. Yeah, I didn't. I was just here listening to Carson. Okay, that just clicked on me. Now I get it. So you're asking a reconciliation about your marriage. Yeah, I do believe so, honey. But they also say there's another opportunity for you. So I don't know if you may not know, but that's not your question. Your question, will she come and do it? And the answer is that yes.
No, they are not.
Oh, you're not. Why did you said you and your family, was that the future I was seeing before when I said, did you talk about having a family? Oh, why did you use, what does that terminology mean? Because you were talking about maybe getting married someday and having children. Is that right? Is that what the yes is about? Is that why you use those words, our family? Because that's what I originally said. And then I thought, oh, maybe I said the wrong context. Just the way you wrote it, honey. No big deal. I've said it. Yes. So my answer is yes. I said, I asked you if you had thought about marriage or family or the future with her. This must have been someone you wanted that with. And then I talked about trauma 5 years ago and that, this is what happened. Yeah, that's right. And she didn't want to, oh, you have children, but not married. Okay. So it's a mix of both. That's where our family. Okay. We were going to, yeah. She's overcoming something from 5 years ago. Was that you 5 years ago? Was that the birth of the first child? What happened 5 years ago? That's what I want to know. But these are things you can do in our readings. We can get closer in those readings, like one-on-one. But yes, so I think November is the energy of marriage with you guys is coming back. I think your kids have karma. They have a prayerful energy here of having both parents, or their energy field looks like kids that will have both parents. So yes, I think it will come back. And it sounds like you'll forgive.
All right. And I think that does give a good segue. We are over a little bit over halfway this free preview of California Psychics, and we hope you've been enjoying it. We've had our free live reading with Psychic Rika today. And if you are wanting to connect with Rika on a one-on-one reading experience with California Psychics, you can go to our website or our app, and you can book a reading with Rika by using either the link also in the description of the live stream you're watching right now. That link will pull you right up to Psychic Rika's profile page on our website, and we'll give you the ability to hop right into her call queue, book an appointment, or send an offline message, which is like a text-based message service if you prefer it that way. But Rika, can you go ahead and give us your regular schedule of the very next time you're going to be online for those who do want to connect with you, and your regular schedule throughout the week if people want to reach you later?
Yes, thank you. And first of all, I just want to thank everyone that's called me ever. I've been here for 13 and a half years. I sincerely appreciate every one of you, every person that's come to me by way of Facebook Live. I also just thank you so much for watching. I work Monday through Thursday. I'm pretty routine. I'm always going to be scheduled. You can count on me from 12 till 6, Monday through Thursday, extra hour on Monday till 7. Always do that. Sometimes I can hop on the weekend. I answer OMs over the weekend all the time. So I'm always going to answer those. And then if you have like a chat request, I might be able to get on and chat with you. And if indeed I can get in the call and you ask me to on the weekend, I will. So away, I'll be around right after this, which means I'll be back on in 25 minutes.
All right. And yes, if you're having any trouble booking with Psychic Rika or any of our other psychics at California Psychics, go ahead and give our customer care line a call, and they can get you booked up at an appointment that works for you and Psychic Rika. All right. And one last thing, if you are a new customer with us, you can use the code LIVE5 to get an additional $5 added to your first purchase with us at California Psychics, either by text or phone call. You can get a reading with us. So try it out today or get your next reading today. Next question. And also we will be switching over to our tarot section in here in a few minutes, just to get through questions a little bit faster if we have not gotten to yours already. One is from Casper, or Joanne. I see the question. Will there be a shift of energy between Joanne and her person, Carl?
Hi, Joanne. Also, someone's got really strong V energy. So I don't know if this is Joanne or someone else, but I do need to say the name like Veronica, Vicky, Victor, Valerie, any V names. It might just be someone listening that needs to hear a certain name, but it's a V, first, middle, last name of V, whether it be your name or someone you're connected to, but it's just strong enough that I have to say it. Okay, let's see about an energy shift. You probably already have had patience, Joanne. This may be what your relationship with this person is, but I'm feeling like the answer is yes, but you really need patience. It happens, I mean, we're not here yet, but it happens to be in the top of my deck, so I'm going to use it because it matches. But there's a card called the 8 of Discs, which is prudence. And I look at this, the flower tree, and it's basically go step by step. Things will happen naturally. I feel that you are a very engaged, empathic person. I think you're one of those people that when you make a connection, you just kind of jump right in, you hug them, you're going to bring me food, you're going to you just nurture. And so I think he's available for that, but I think that you jump faster. I feel like you jump faster. And so I feel like don't beat your head against the wall. Don't analyze him so much, not so much analyzations. I feel like you stare at him and you keep looking at him outside of yourself. And I would much rather you really pray for that unity with Carl. I would pray to unify 100% with Carl's heart. When I said that, I felt like his dead mom or his dead grandma, just because I can't get verification from you so fast, a dead female connected him, came right in and said, yes. The moment you really pray to connect to his heart, not just the mind, but heart, to transform through the heart, it'll go in your favor. You'll get more demonstration. I just think you're the type of person, Joanne, that beats people to the punch. I think you don't let people. Does that make sense? Yeah. So the shift will come if over the next 30 days, your prayer every day, when I give people directions of prayers to me are this. Prayer is a big word, but it can mean affirmation, anything. The type of prayer I'm talking about is an earnest prayer, the kind of prayer that changes the topography, gets water out of a desert, turns wet wood into fire, things that alchemize, change the context. And so to me, for the next 3 days, you say, okay, I'm going to change how I view this, how I'm analyzing, how I kind of keep him outside of myself, yet I want to be fully engaged. And I'm going to engage with my earnest prayer, like getting water from a desert, to connect with his heart 100%. That makes me think in 1 month, he'll be crazy over you. You'll get every kind of guy out of him that you wanted. He'll be exactly what you thought he was. This guy is also a nurturer. He also wants to give you things and nurture and be that kind of person towards you. But if you're over that, how can he give? So step back and do the unity and let things happen more naturally.
Awesome. And thank you, Joanne, for your question. Now, I see a lot of great questions coming into the chat. So we are going to be switching over to our card pull section of the live stream. We are going to get through questions a little bit faster during these card pull sections. And I want to do so just so that we have a little bit of more of an opportunity to get through as many possible questions as we can. So if everybody can go ahead and switch your questions over to if you would like a love, a general, career, life path card, etc. We can go ahead and pull those cards starting right now. And Rika, if you are all ready to go, we can go ahead and begin.
I am ready. I want to say the name Thomas so bad. I am ready.
All right. I see one from, I believe it's Pam, for a love card.
Okay. And I'm using a different deck than normal. Usually I use the Thoth deck by the Thoth deck, which is a very traditional deck. I'm using an Herbal Tarot today. Okay. I've been really into it for the past few days. Let's see. Love for Pam. Maybe Miss Mullins. Okay, I get the Chariot. It's a great card. I love this card. First, it's Major Arcana. Oh, uh-oh, 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 Skedio. You know what? My little chat app is on. It just took me away from you for a minute and popped up. So someone's trying to give me a note right now or something. Not gonna be able to answer it, people. Okay. This is great. I love this card, the Chariot. The basic message with this is to get your house in order, get ready for your new beginning. I would go through your house and I would get everything in order. I would look at every part of your house, your literal house, your internal spiritual house. I would clean out all the things, especially they make me think like 20 years. Like I would go through all of it. I'd clear it out. I would deem whatever came before you is not necessary so that you can get ready for this new beginning. I think you're going to have a great love future. In the next year and a half, I think you're going to meet someone and even move. Okay. Could be moving together, obviously. I feel like she's asking if you know, if I know him, if you know him already. Let's say you don't know him. I don't think you know him. I'm going to hit the time before September. I don't want to make it like only in September. Things can happen right away, obviously, if you get the mind right or understand what's being said about you. But September right now is what's hitting. You have enough time. Let's get everything in order, honey. I really feel like a lot of stuff, boxes even, needs to get cleaned out. So let's clean out the house.
Perfect. Next one is for Tonette, who is asking
Ooh.
for a love card.
Okay, Tonette might have been why I wanted to say Thomas so bad, just the T sound. Okay, because I definitely had a T on my mind. Oh my God. You know what, Tonette, you're going to think I'm crazy, but you seem like a girl that needs to have like 3 boyfriends, okay? I feel like you're grieving. I should get a card. Right, a card. Let me stay on the chance here. Queen of Wands. Okay. The Queen of Wands is a card about the past no longer affecting you, like your old fears no longer affecting you. It starts with the Princess, then it goes into the Queen. So wands are fiery, connection, things like that. So it makes me know that you are going to be making a new connection, or you just made a new connection. And just as long as you don't view it from the past, because the grief energy I was getting on you made me really grieve something from the past for you. It could be a fallen relationship, or it could be the death of someone important that still has you in a grieving mode and maybe keeps you from knowing all the love that's with you, and you're not alone. But this card suggests that you are making a connection now, around right now, and either just happened or about to happen. Now would be 30-day period, back or forward, and that's going to be a totally different connection than anyone. So please don't look through old lenses or lenses of grief. This is a brand new one that you can trust. I think that, you're ready for that kind of situation, and it would be longevity.
Perfect. We hope this resonates with you, Tonette. Our next one is for Trina, who is asking for a career card.
All my T's. I love the T's. Okay, career. Right away, Trina, I want to say the word Robert or Robinson or Richard or R name strong with you. If you're talking with someone in a business way with that, great. If that's just a relative's name, alive or dead, great. So let's see. Whoever is thinking heavily about me right now, detach. Detach. I need a word listen. Somebody think of the word listen. It's too heady. Okay, maybe that'll work. Thank you so much. Okay, the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a commencement card. So it would mean like if you've had 2 interviews, the third one will get you the job, right? So also I get tech, high tech. I feel like I would things like Google, Oracle, things like that, no matter what way you work at them, but I get some sort of tech energy or tech company, which may not be that hard to think about. So these questions are so open, right? So this question can be, something can happen where I'm at or where I'm going to go. I'm going to say that you will in the next 2 to 3 weeks have a commencement at work, which lets you know about I'm going to keep you at your current job, something technical in some way, and that a promotion's coming. That's what I'll do with the Four of Wands with you, because the Four of Wands is a commitment, is a commencement. Like the Three of Wands is a recognition, like you get recognized. And the next one is you get the goods from that recognition. And maybe you've been working on this for 3 months. I'm going to leave it open. I'm going to just say it's a new position, but we'll leave it open because we don't know what she means. It's general.
Perfect. All right. Next one is for Shelly. And actually, right before we get to Shelly's love card, I want to remind everybody that the best way to reach Psychic Rika, especially if you want to follow up one-on-one reading with her, is through CaliforniaPsychics.com or our California Psychics app. Rika, can you give everybody let everybody know the next time you're going to be online and your regular schedule throughout the week, where people can contact you either through phone or text-based question answer service?
Okay. I'm working right after this today. Something is really distracting me here. I do not know what it is, but it's very large. Whoever, let go. If you already got a reading from me, let go. Something is very distracting. I wonder what's trying to get through this reading right now. But I'm going to be working in about 20 minutes again till 7 o'clock. And then I'll work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 12 to 6. Actually, I worked an extra hour this week on Wednesday to make it for this hour. So I'll be on at 11. But always it's Monday through Thursday, starting at noon until 6, and an extra hour Monday at 7. This note was from Susan. Susan, you could have waited for the note.
No, no
I love
worries.
you.
No worries. No worries. All right. Shelly's requesting a love card.
Okay, well, they've spilled out. I started shuffling and they just dropped. And what dropped was the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is love. But it's not just like, the Six of Cups is like full happiness, love. You get everything you wanted finally. This is the beginning in my mind. And the Two of Cups is a reflector card. So your love language or your love energy is a mirror energy. You get mirrored by the person that you're attracted to, and they mirror you. So I actually feel currently she could be in something that feels like a cat and mouse or up and down or goes up and down like that. And this is a mirror. So I think you want to establish your reflection of how you want your reflection to be, what you want people to mirror from you, and not and keep that reflection. So even when an obstacle arises in the other person and you feel like they're, flaking out or doing this or that, I want you to return back to your reflection. Say, you know what, this is my reflection. I'm going to create a relationship that mirrors this, mirrors my happiness, my joy, my wanting to be in domestic relationship, like whatever it is, you need to really get clear about your lifestyle and who you are. And then that reflection will come up. And when I say that to you, it makes me think that other energy I felt about the up and down, we should let that person go and get you someone new.
All right, perfect. Next one is for Brittany, who was asking. Oh, there it is. Brittany, who was asking for a love card.
Love makes the world go round. It's all we care about in the world. Isn't it wonderful? In this short time of Earth, let's access the love. By the way, Brittany, as I get your love card, I just want to let everyone know this is an overachiever I'm talking to. Brittany is awesome. I don't know if you're a manager, a director, you run something. It could be your own, but it could be running like a school, a teacher. It could be anything. But I tell you what, this girl runs the world, and she's very capable and very bright. And if you ever want to get into entrepreneurship, believe me, you can make the money. But we're talking about love. Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card that says, like, the obstacle to love here is that, like, let me lead with the ending of it. They say, look, so many people would want to throw roses at your feet. That's the same energy I felt with you. Like, wow, you're so dynamic. Like, let's follow Brittany. I want to just follow her, like it's so dynamic. And I think that's also what a man would be attracted to in you. The Nine of Wands is one of those cards that old messages from the past always affect you. They in some decks, the deck I normally use, it's called cruelty almost. So don't let old things that were said to you affect you. The Nine of Wands is also a card of power, personal power. It says when you know what you want, you can achieve it. Again, talking about your dynamic energy. So since I went right to you as a person on earth in your career, I would say to really pray for the wisdom that you have in business to have in love, to really recognize that if you can have that much power outside of love, you can have it in love. So you really, again, are a leader. You need to claim it. The guy that's going to be for you is going to have to follow you. You're not meant to be in a domestic situation where you always have to like follow the partner and everything gets on hold for that. That is not, to me, what your domestic situation is about. You need a very responsible person that always keeps it together for your level of focus and how you behave with your family and friends and occupation. So you just want to get really clear about the standards. If you're with a guy ever that is up and down or wishy-washy, go away. You should be able to attract a very clear-minded person. And if you don't have them in your life right now, I feel you would call me at the end of the summer and you would tell me that you are dating someone and we could ask questions about that. But you're looking for someone that matches your personal power. Do not let old things that have been said to you get in your way.
Perfect. Now, Rika, can you remind everybody one more time, when is the very next time you're going to be online at California Psychics if they've enjoyed this free preview of your abilities today and your regular schedule throughout the week?
I'll be on in 8 minutes. We're going to be ending this 5 minutes early. Just a few more minutes. So I'll be on like 8 minutes, and then I'll be on for 3 hours. I'll be back on tomorrow at noon until 6, and then Wednesday 11 to 7, Thursday from noon to 6. And those are basically my regular hours. You can always find my schedule is always printed. It's always done in advance. And yeah, it's a regular schedule Monday through Thursday.
And you can reach her through phone call or text-based service, which we call offline messages.
I'm at chat. I can also chat, and chatting, OM's voice, it doesn't make a difference. The readings come through just as clearly through chat.
Perfectly. All right. Jennifer is asking for a career card. She's got a job interview in May, or she wants, yes. Or will she be having an interview in May?
And she also has medical energy on her. So either there's medical people by occupation in her family, or she may be working in a medical way, even if it's behind the scenes. Like there's a lot of things that don't happen direct medical. But let's see about yes or no. We're just going to go for a yes or no here with the cards, see if they can tell us yes or they fell out. Or, yeah, I'm going to say yes. The first one is the Knight of Swords, which is, of course, a master of their mind and even their craft. The next one is a Six of Swords, which says stay objective. Don't, let your mind get the best of you, which means stay focused. When we really want something, we're going to penetrate that rock. We're going to put an arrow into a stone in our mind, so keep objective about it. And then the sun came out, which is super, super, super bright. So hopefully you'll get an interview before May 12th, but maybe even May 5th.
Amazing. All right, let's get
Okay,
one more.
We're done. Oh, one more.
Oh, okay. One for Alicia real quick for a love card.
Okay, Alicia, you're lucky. It's going to be a real quick one because I literally have like 30 seconds. So I have time to get logged back in on time. Two of Pentacles for love. I think that it's suggesting that you are really ready for a stable love, stability in love. Maybe not someone that's juggling too much around you, that you want to make space to not juggle too many things. Like typically the Two of Pentacles is about people that juggle two things. They could have two jobs. They could have two lovers. They could have two something. Maybe the person, if you're asking about a specific, maybe there's that. But I think what it's saying is that to me, you're looking for stability and also change. So I think this love card is predicting for you that you are about to have a different kind of love than you've had before. This is like miniature Wheel of Fortune turning, and that is going to be more stable than ever. It makes me think you're about to find your forever person. Like when I say about to, it means that you're ready now. So whether you do that June or in a couple of months, just stay focused on the change in love that you're bringing out of your life. You're using your own light to manifest that change externally.
Perfect. Thank you, Rika, for joining us for this live today. It was a blast. So
oh my God, thank you so much. It goes way too fast. Super appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you May 20th is my next Facebook Live.
Yes.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And just to wind down everybody, to let everybody know when the next live events we are going to be hosting next Monday at the regular scheduled time, just like today, we will be hosting a live event with Psychic Saba. So thank you for joining us for today's free preview of California Psychics. Join us next Monday. And also we will be hosting a live event on Instagram, Tarot Thursday, with Psychic Marin. This Thursday, we did have a little bit of technical difficulties last week, so we were not able to host. Marin was having a little bit of electrical problems. Fortunately, it did not go online, but we will be going online. Hopefully, no more Mercury retrograde. So joining us this Thursday on Instagram at 10 a.m. PT. And for all who have enjoyed today's free preview of California Psychics, make sure to go online to our website, californiapsychics.com, or our California Psychics app. And also, if you are a new customer with us, you can use the code LIVE5 to receive an extra $5 for your first purchase with us. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And until next Monday for our next live reading, thank you and bye-bye.